Hey, another video. This one is a TV review. So, if you, let's just say, if you like the video, or hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, comment below on what you think about what I'm going to discuss in the video, and yeah, so that's it. The goal is to get 50 subscribers by the end of the week, 20 likes on the video. You gotta start somewhere, so let's do that. But, so let's get into it. If you need, or if you know someone, because you're already watching this, so you've somehow gotten away from your family on Christmas or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas and are just looking for something to do. I don't know. But if you know other people who are trying to get away from their Christmas duties or whatever, show them this video. But, so I just watched the live Good Times / All in the Family show from last week. Production. I don't know what to call it. From last week, that was on, I believe, ABC. And, this was very interesting to me. Prior to me seeing it, I was very interested in seeing it and what they were going to do, because one of the topics that have come up in the comedy world, I guess, is that, like, how would a show like All in the Family be received today, and could it be made today? Because, Archie Bunker wasn't the most politically correct character on TV. But, so I was very interested to see what they would do and how they would do it. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know, are they going to be writing new shows? Just like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. So, and it had a pretty star-studded cast. Like, I guess all of the live productions that, I guess ABC, I think it's like I think they all do it now. They all have big stars. On Good Times, they had Viola Davis, Tiffany Haddish, Andre Braugher. I can't remember the other people. They weren't like big stars, but those were the three main people. There was one other guy that I recognized, but I didn't remember his name. But for All in the Family, they got Woody Harrelson, Marissa Tomei, Kevin Bacon, and I'm drawing a blank on the other ones right now. I recognize a couple of them. Oh, Ellie Kemper was one of them from The Office. And yeah, there was James McAvoy. I mean, not James McAvoy. Jesse Eisenberg. Wow. So yeah, it's late. But yeah, so it was interesting. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't know what they were going to do, how they were handling this. I've only seen them do, I mean, I've never really watched any of them before, but I've seen them do like movies, and I think they're pretty much just, shot for shot remakes of the film, just live performances. And that's kind of what they did with the TV show. I wasn't really sure what they would do. Maybe they would write a new script, but basically they just handpicked an episode from each show and had the cast perform it. So with Good Times, uh, I mean, I never, I've never really watched either one. It's way earlier than my time. Uh, but I'm more familiar with All in the Family and Archie Bunker than I am with Good Times. Really, the only thing I know about Good Times is the GIF where uh, JJ, I think his name is, goes, Dyn-o-mite! And that's really it. Other than that, I don't know much about it. Uh, I mean, I know like a bunch of those shows were spin-offs of other shows that were all sort of connected, but yeah, so like I said, didn't really know much about the show, but it was interesting because they picked an episode where uh so there was like right before it was election season for the aldermen in the town. It takes place in Harlem. Um, it's the family lives in the projects. They're black. I mean, Viola Davis, Tiffany Haddish, Andre Brower. They're not gonna. I mean, it would have been kind of funny if they wore like whiteface, but I don't know. They're African Americans living in Harlem, New York in I think it was the 70s. That's when the show aired. But so this episode, like I said, was took place during the campaign season for alderman, and the dad, played by Andre Brower, was supporting the longtime uh, alderman for the district. The character's name was Fred Davis. Now, Fred Davis was, I guess the main reason for Andre Brower's character to continue supporting him was he kept saying, Fred Davis got us into the projects. He fought for us to get into wow. He fought for us to get into the projects, and we owe it to him. And actually, JJ was the guy who plays the older kid. I think JJ was on his side, sort of like not the brightest bulb. But so, but the daughter and the youngest son and the mom, who was played by Viola Davis, And the friend, who was played by Tiffany Haddish, wanted to support this other guy who was younger, and it looked like maybe it was friends with JJ in school. So I think they said he was 26. And basically, Viola Davis's character, when Andre Braugher's character asked, why she was supporting this new guy, she was like, well, Fred Davis got us into the projects, but he hasn't gotten us out of the projects. So it was interesting because I think that's kind of prevalent to what's going on today. And it was just, but, like I said, I really had no expectations for Good Times because I didn't know much about it. The one I was really looking forward to was All in the Family because, like I said, Archie Bunker is this over the top, not PC, middle America type of guy who just sort of has his opinions, doesn't care what anyone else thinks, says what he says, and just goes about his business. So, so the episode was a Christmas episode, which is fitting because it was the week before Christmas it came out. And so they basically, it took place on Christmas Eve, the Christmas Eve dinner, and everyone was at the house. And so Edith gets a knock on the door, and that's when you get introduced to Jesse Eisenberg's character. Oh, wait, I should have said spoilers at the beginning of the episode. Oh, well, if you have, whatever. Go see it go see the shows anyway, even if you stuck around and were spoiled. Because, who cares, Like, is it really a spoiler? It was episodes that, if you watched those shows, you would have seen them already. But yeah, so Jesse Eisenberg's character, it's sort of, he knocks on the door, Edith opens it up, and he asks for Edith's son-in-law. So Ellie Kemper's character, who Ellie Kemper played the daughter of Archie and Edith Bunker, and her husband. So Jesse Eisenberg's character was asking for him, and they live next door, so, easy mistake. So she says, yeah, he's going to be here soon, and why don't you come in? And then after talking a little, you get the, sense that he's, not supposed to be in the country. So it later on gets revealed. Well, basically they say, don't tell Archie. Don't say anything to him. Make up a story and, sort of go, maneuver your way around, switch the subject if things get too hot and heavy. So they're, I forget, I don't know, but somehow he starts, they're at the dinner table. He starts asking questions about the Jesse Eisenberg's character, and everyone tries to jump in and say, sort of answer for him, and you could see he's getting a little frustrated. And then finally, Jesse Eisenberg's character says, I'm not allowed in the country because I'm a draft dodger. So then they get in a little argument. Archie, being Archie, goes like, how could you be a draft dodger? Like, people die for this country. Like, you gotta, draft dodgers are cowards. Like the typical, I would think the typical belief amongst a lot of people at that time, a lot of older people at that time was, you have to serve your country. If your country calls, you have to serve the country no matter what, even if you don't agree with the, what's going on necessarily. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. Maybe comment below what you think. But so then basically Archie's friend is also over for dinner, played by Kevin Bacon. And eventually Archie asks Kevin Bacon's character what he thinks. And I guess he expects that Kevin Bacon's character is going to agree with him. And Kevin Bacon's character stands up. Jesse Eisenberg's character is starting to leave. He's like, I don't want to cause any trouble, blah, blah, blah. So he gets up, starts to leave. Kevin Bacon's character gets up and starts to talk and basically says, like, I used to think, like, you should serve your country and do this, but, my son went to war to serve his country, and if he was a draft dodger, he would still be alive today. So, that was very interesting to me because, it's just, I think it's very prevalent to today, what's going on today. And I think you'd see a lot of that if a draft was instituted. And I think there would be a very similar divide in this country to that. And it's just very interesting that that episode was chosen because I would like to think there were people with a conscience that had a message to send, like, we have to stop these wars or whatever. But who knows? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But either way, I enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed All in the Family more because I just think, like, the cast I think was better. Woody Harrelson, Marissa Tomei, I mean, the other thing that was funny is like every time Marissa Tomei, who played Edith Bunker, would go into the kitchen to like get the chicken out of the oven or something, she would like run in slow motion to the kitchen door, and it was just very funny. So I think just the performances were much better, and I think Jesse Eisenberg is a good actor, and you know, I mean, I think it was just probably maybe more to do also because all you know, I mean, they both took place in the same one location, but you know, we'll see. I mean, I definitely recommend going to watch it. I mean, I'm sure it's on ABC On Demand. You could also watch it on Hulu. But yeah, so go check it out. And you know, if you like the video below, hit that button. Hit the subscribe button. Give me your thoughts on the show below. If you saw it already, if you haven't, and you stuck around because you either didn't care about the spoilers or didn't realize there were spoilers and stuck around till the end because you didn't care, really. I don't know. But either way, let me know what you think below. And like I said earlier, trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the week and 20 likes on the video. And if you have any other insights, or if you want to check out more about the channel and the podcast and everything The Unuseful Idiots, go to theunusefulidiots.com. There's a bunch of things on there. There's a bunch of ways to support the channel. And yeah, that's it. So see you next time. Bye.